So it's so great to be celebrating Will and Grace during Pride Month. How proud are you to have been a part of a show that was the first network television sitcom to feature lead LGBTQ characters?
I mean, it is my pride and joy. You know, I when I first got the gig, I was like, oh man, a sitcom that could be a hit. What if this is what's on my tombstone? And now I hope this is what's on my tombstone. This is the the job and the cultural event that I'm most proud to be a part of.
Were you aware of the impact the show was making as it was happening? Were there any fears along the way?
There weren't fears so much as just not realizing that it was going to be what it was, not realizing that not only were people that perhaps don't know a lot of gay people watching the show, but their kids were over their shoulder passing through the living room going, huh? And those are the kids I've heard from over the years, the kids that are now in their 20s or their 30s who saw their parents, who they were terrified of coming out to, laughing and enjoying these characters and accepting them. And I think that's the best part that we've contributed.
That's great. Now we're going to take a quick walk down memory lane, rapid fire style. So first, what was your first impression of Deborah?
My first impression was, thank God, finally.
What was the most memorable scene you were a part of?
The scene where I accuse her of backing out on us having a child together was still my favorite thing I've ever done in my career.
Favorite guest star? We love Cher.
Yeah, that's tough for me. I'm good. It's a three-way draw between Sidney Pollack, Michael Douglas, and Gene Wilder.
Okay. Where do you keep your Emmys?
I just have the one, so I keep it in the center of the room at all times.
That's where it should be. Is your son a fan of the show?
My son never watched the show. Never. And as it turns out, Sean Hayes didn't watch it either. But now he's finally sort of coming around to going, oh, okay, I get it.
Fans love the revival. Is there more to the series yet to come, or was that the end?
Probably not. You've got to know when to leave something alone. I'm very, very happy with the way we finished the last episode of the reboot. That moment was very proud for me.
And can you believe it's been 25 years? How did this show change your life?
Entirely. You know, I wasn't 22 when I got this show. I was 35. I'd been around. I'd done a lot of theater, a lot of guest stars on some really dopey bad shows. I was ready. I was so ready for my Seinfeld, my Friends, my Cheers. I just didn't know where that was going to come from, and I knew when I read this script.
It's amazing. And last, we got to say, new podcast coming. What can we expect from that?
The podcast with Sean, which we're calling Just Jack and Will. We've already done about 10. It's going to be a total, from the ground up, exploration of the show from the pilot. And the fun being that Sean, I'm not kidding, Sean really didn't ever watch the show. I've watched it completely, like home movies, I've watched it all the time. So we're going to, as he discovers it, I'm going to rediscover it.